Hello, everybody. How are you? Going live. I've got it's a two-dog evening. Tallulah and Polly are both part of the drinks with Kate tonight. Oh, Tallulah, where are you going? She's running away. She gets a bit camera shy. Shell and Andrew win. Hello. And Shell, you couldn't bring yourself to buy plastic bread. I understand. Peter did it for me, so I didn't have to. Who else is here? Hello, Rob. Hello, Fee. Hello, David. Hello, Michael. Hello, Jeff and Sue. Kay made it back from Northern Victoria. Good work. You'll be needing a glass of wine and something to eat, I imagine then. Peter and Karen, hello. Emily and Kevin, g'day. The metal cat. Oh, yes, Michael, that's not a great idea. Plus, I don't endorse putting wine in the microwave, even if it's cold. Put it in the glass and use your hands to warm it up. Fog on the mount, up on the mountain. That's nice, Jeff and Sue. Till 2 p.m. Well, it was foggy here, and then it went away, and then it closed in at about 4 o'clock. So we went for a very ghostly walk, and you saw the photo. So it's rather wonderful because the fog, I just love, it's like being at the snow. The air's really cold when the clouds come down. Very, very cool. Dan Page is at another work dinner. Gee, she's a busy lady. Dan is here, though. Good to see you. Oh, good. Excellent, Michael. You made me worried. I didn't think you were that silly, but, you know, we all do silly things from time to time. Doesn't make us silly people. Oh. Sip of water, always a good idea. Dave still walked in his shorts in 2-degree weather. Excellent work. All right. I must admit I had long sleeves and long pants on when I took Polly for a walk this morning, but it was still pretty chilly. Cotty's flying solo tonight. Simple pan-fried ham and cheese toasty. Yum. Founder 2018 in the cellar. Oh, fantastic. Well done. Good work, Cotty. All right. Once it's open, it's hard not to accidentally drink it all sometimes. All right, 2018 Chardonnay. Pete's doing a beautiful job. He's collected some pineys. I bought some just big portobello mushrooms. So we've made 2 types of mushrooms. Peter's doing plastic bread in the jaffle, and I did Richard's bread in the oven, a la the Gewürzhaus recipe. I didn't have any truffle salt, though, so mine is truffle-free. I think that the truffle, though, will go very nicely with this gorgeous Chardonnay, and the mushrooms will as well. Okay. Michael's just had his first sip. Wow. Excellent. Well, you know, if you're a lucky person like Cotty and John and have a bottle or 3 in the cellar, I think you'll be very happy tonight after we crack this. It's looking gorgeous. It's got a little bit of development in colour there. It's got that lovely sort of mid-golden hue to it. And it's got a really lovely developing nose. Lots of I've just been cooking, but I'm getting lots of sort of earthy forest floor kind of characters, which I usually associate with Pinot Noir, but this one has got that sort of earthy, cheesy, crazy kind of. Oh, Jeff and Sue used smoked salt. Nice, that's very posh. So there's an earthiness there and a sort of a flintiness, but a beautiful lemon note, sort of creamy lemon curd. Absolutely, Rob and Fiona, I agree. The lemon is definitely there, but it's evolving and developing. David and Fee's barbecue chicken is marinated with lemon pepper, and it's a great match. Peter, there's the wine. Excellent. Yum. Good work, David and Fee. Craig, hello, Craig, and all the Goodmans, Karen and Joan. Good to see you. A smoky nose. There's definitely a smokiness going on there. Gay, hello, welcome. You're having it with some olives. How delicious. There's definitely So much going on with this wine. There's a smoked cheese kind of a character to it. I think that smoked salt will bring that out in the wine for Sue and Jeff. The ham that Cottie's got in her ham and cheese toasty, that's going to, the smokiness and the cheesiness of the wine is going to bring that out. I think this is going to be a really fun food wine. Rob's saying, lucky you're not in Frankston tonight, Inchleys, or you'd have gate crashes. Absolutely. Michael's saying this would be a reserve wine for nearly every other winery. Maybe you need to push the duck up to first growth to make room for this one. So, Michael, you might have noticed that the prices, we're just inching them up every year or so by about 5%. But I agree that the wines are a little bit too inexpensive for their quality. But that said, this 2018 is a wine that all got drunk back in probably, well, we finished it off in 2020 during the lockdowns because, and we just stashed a little bit. There's a really lovely little, this is the reason I like the idea of this with truffle and mushrooms. There's a little truffly, mushroomy, earthy kind of a note on the nose, which is really intriguing. But the citrus is coming up. There's a bit of sort of grilled nectarine there. There's a little slight caramelized grilled cheese character. It's all working well with my wine and food match at the moment. Let's have a little sip. I think the lovely thing about this wine, but also the sad thing about this wine, is when we released it, it was delicious, but I think it's more delicious now. And most people who have had the chance to drink it would have drunk it much younger than we're drinking it now. And they would not have any idea that this wine could age so beautifully. It's still looking quite fresh, even though it's evolving. So it's not about to fall off the edge of a cliff or anything like that. It's just so delicious. It's more delicious, Chelsea. Just switch to a Pinot glass, even better. Yes, absolutely. Deliciouser. I highly recommend a Pinot glass for this wine. I always like to drink, particularly the Chardonnay that has a bit of bottle age, in a Pinot glass or a Burgundy glass, we can call it. It gives you more surround sound aromatics of the wine. I know that's a little bit of a mixed metaphor, but surround aromatics, like surround sound with your stereo. This glass does that very, very well. There's just this little, it's almost like a wet sand kind of a smell, which sounds less appealing, but it's a really nice kind of minerality and a little salty, there's a little salty iodine-y note coming through. Oh, God, it's yum, isn't it? So 2018, we're doing a little 2018 retrospective this week and next week, 2018 Chardonnay retrospective this week and next week. So this week it's the Estate Chardonnay. Next week it's the Moorooduc McIntyre Chardonnay. It's going to be, thank you, Dan. David and Fiona have cracked the Montrachet glasses. Does make a big difference. Cotty, the Red Hill truffle is accentuated by the wine. Yes, I think it's the smokiness, but the wine has a slight truffly, mushroomy note to it, which we always talk about that when we talk about Pinot Noir, but we don't really delve into it. And I think that there's certain Chardonnays from certain parts of the world that get that little truffly, mushroomy note when they age, and they're kind of quite weighty, savoury Chardonnays to begin with. And certainly 2018, which was a cooler year, one of the years that the wines were very tight and fine and savoury when they were first released. And just with that extra time in bottle, it's developed that kind of richness and lushness, but it's still really savoury. Craig's just also said so lush for a Moorooduc Estate, not a comment on quality. Gives more Margaret River Lewin vibes. I think that's interesting. For me, Craig, a Lewin Estate would have way more oak, and so the oak kind of gives, because they use up to 50% new oak in the Lewin Estate Chardonnay, I believe, and this has probably got maybe 15%. And I find the Western Australian wines generally have a bit more grapefruit, but yes, I think the weightiness is quite interesting, particularly when we're used to drinking these wines just released when they're young. They look tighter, they look finer. Oh, thank you, Peter. Amazing. Peter's brought me my selection of toasted sandwiches. I've rejected the piney, which I'm sort of half sad about and half happy about, because I'm not a huge pine mushroom fan, but I'm kind of intrigued to see how it goes with the wine, because I think pine mushrooms work pretty well with Chardonnay as well. Anyway, before I get on to my sandwiches, I should finish talking about the wine. I think it does have a real kind of Moorooduc saline character, which goes into that slightly wet sand, salty iodine note. But there's also a toasted hazelnut note, which I get in certain Chardonnays from this part of the world and from Meursault in Burgundy. So I'm not saying that this is Meursault-like in any way, but that is a character that I see in the wines that I love. In Meursault, they tend to be more hazelnutty. Here, it's just a little hint. But it's a character that I love in wines from both of those places, and it makes me very happy when I see it. Michael is saying that you reckon it could even beat the 18 Duck. Well, I think the 18 Duck will be tighter and finer and less ready to go. You're off to London next week. Oh, well, you're off to London tomorrow, Mr. Tasting next week. Okay, well, you'll just have to have a little taste. Hello, Alison. How are you going? Hello, Andrew. Good work, Andrew. That's very good getting ready for Alison when she's rushing in at the last minute. Oh, who is Old Dodger 1953? I cheated and opened early and see a big change over half an hour. Kills the cheap Chablis from last night. I'm cooking eggplant with chicken in Voltini. Need to get back to it. So ready for Carol. I know who you are, David. Hello. I think it's perfect. So, David, I will tell you that quite a lot of people in the Drinks with Kate group get started before 6 o'clock. They open their bottle and they just kind of get familiar with the wine before I come on. So that's okay. That cheating is absolutely acceptable. Fee, okay. Is all like the same? Dave wants to know. 20% could be difference between different coopers. So we're talking French oak at Moorooduc and also at Lewin Estate Chardonnay. It's not cheating, it's prior learning. It's prep, absolutely. Yes, different coopers will give different flavour profiles, David, but I think that Lewin actually uses quite a lot of the same oak that we use, which does give a bit of bang for its buck. But yes, we've had Sip Not. Can we have Ducknay and put yourself up against the Lewin and the Romanese? That would be fun, Michael. I'll think about how to work that out. There's also a little cinnamony, nutmeggy kind of character coming through, which is also partly oak, but also tertiary development in the Chardonnay. And it's got this lovely lush, the peach note is coming through on the palate now as it opens up. Now, I have to show you my two sandwiches. They both feel like the Jaffle feels like it's quite hot still. That's just come out of the Jaff toasty oven, Pete. So I've got half a Jaffle. We decided to go halvies with our sandwiches. So Pete has made the Jaffles with the mushroom filling and it's not Gruyere actually, but it's close to, and bechamel sauce in there. And this is my little version of the croque monsieur. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to eat either of them. Pete has brought me a knife, so I might just have a little cut into the mushroom croque monsieur and cut that in half and see if I can elegantly taste a little bit of that with the wine. Because I think the Jaffle might still be a bit hot. I have a feeling I'm going to burn my little mouthy. So, David, I think hopefully I answered your oak question sufficiently. That's good temperature, actually. because I pulled it out of the oven about 10 minutes ago. Yum. So that's a really good recipe even without the truffle salt. Because it's got cheese and bechamel and bread and butter, it's quite rich and cheesy, which works well with the Chardonnay. The mushrooms are really slippery and glossy and delicious with the leek. And leek, I think, is also another flavour that works really well with Chardonnay. So if you cook mushrooms with leek rather than with onion and garlic, then you're going to get a more Chardonnay-friendly mushroom in the end. That is delicious. It's really savoury and earthy and cheesy and yummy. As an oven-baked croque monsieur with, so it's got bechamel here, and then mushroom, and then cheese, and then bread, and then more bechamel, and then more cheese. So the layering is rather luxurious. See, then I got greedy and put too much sandwich in my mouth. Sorry about that. But that's delicious. Good point, Dan, says Kay. What point? It's not cheating. If I got RPL for my drinking performance over 40 years, I reckon I'm a wizard of wine. So the saltiness and the Polly. Calm down, silly dog. The dogs are all silly because we've had kangaroos in the vineyard again this afternoon. Oh, shush. Hello, David. David says hello. Richard's also here. And David, thank you very much for the bottle of wine. I look forward to tasting it. That's very generous of you. Now, what else? Let me get back to the wine and the sandwich. Polly, can you please shush? What's going on? What's going on? Calm down, silly dog. Don't let the South Park team see you eating, Kate. But I love it, indeed. Beautiful day near Hobart. Excellent work. I've been very good. I've been eating very cleanly. So I'm now spoiling it all with all my Gruyere and bechamel and deliciousness. It's just a little snack though. Jeff, trust we don't have any heart attacks tonight. Well, I wanted to know, did anyone make, and I have to apologise because I got my celebrity chefs mixed up, and Colin Fashnitz is still with us. So apologies, Colin. But did anyone make his chicken parfait toasty? Because I looked at it and I went, wow, that looks amazing. And then I looked at it again and I thought, I think I might die if I ate that with all that chicken parfait. So if anyone made it, I really would like a report back. But I have a feeling that probably everyone's gone mushrooms. Let me see if I can eat this without burning my mouth. So in the Jaffle version, it's more, the plastic bread does the same thing as a pie crust, whereas in the croque monsieur version, the bread is more bread. It's a layer in the sandwich. In the Jaffle, you need the thin sort of elastic bread that doesn't take up too much space so that you can fill it all up with lovely filling. And it does a really good job. It's the only way I'm actually quite happy eating plastic bread is in a Jaffle because it gives you more space for filling. And Vegemite on toast, Peter said, but I like Richard's bread with Vegemite on toast personally. Sausage with tomato sauce, Jill said, but that's if you're 10 years old, that works. All right, I'm going to have another bite because what we did with this Jaffle is we did exactly the same recipe as the croque monsieur, but we put all the bits inside. And democracy sausage, Fiona's saying, yeah, all right, democracy sausage. I'll give you and Jill that. Plastic bread for finger sandwiches. Oh, okay, Peter and Karen, maybe. Also, my grandmother used to make fabulous asparagus rolls with tinned asparagus and plastic bread, cut the crusts off, of course. And it sounds dreadful, but they were really yummy. Okay. Hot. Jill Dan says we're not at Bunnings. That's correct. Croque Monsieur seems to soften the citrus and elevate the savoury umami, Jeff and Sue are saying. So you've really got to get your own account so I know which one. It sounded like, that sounds like both of you. I can't tell which one it is. Sometimes I can tell by what you say. Well, okay, I've got to say the Jaffle with the plastic bread feels like tastes less exciting than the Croque Monsieur with Richard's delicious bread as part of the ingredient list. Richard's bread has beautiful flavour and texture and more salt in it than the plastic bread, which always makes me happy. The plastic bread, on the other hand, is providing an excellent shell for what is still quite a molten filling. Oh, Pete's bringing me another version. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. It'll be hot. Okay, I'm going to hold it up for you, but I'm not going to stick it in my mouth yet. This, look at that. He's put a little piney on it so that I know which one it is. It's lovely and golden. That is what you want to see with a toasty. So that's the pine mushroom version, yeah, Pete? And did you put all the other stuff in, the bechamel and the cheese in that one too? Yep. Okay, so he's done the same recipe, but with bechamel. Shell, you are excellent. Okay. Connie, I only have a stovetop Jaffle iron, so rarely use it. So I love the stovetop Jaffle iron. It makes a very different Jaffle from the electric Sunbeam or whatever brand, Jaffle iron, Breville, whatever. Mum has a stovetop Jaffle maker as well that just makes one Jaffle at a time, and it doesn't cut it in half. It just makes one big filled sandwich. And you get this lovely toastiness from the cast iron that you don't get in the modern machines. So, and it's probably 70 years old, Jill said. I was very sad when I couldn't find it the other week, but I found it again. It was hidden at the bottom of one of the drawers. And I made I think it was a baked bean Jaffle for myself for lunch. Oh, thank you, Peter. Peter's brought out the evidence of the stovetop Jaffle maker. This is the bomb. It is messier. It is less practical, but it makes the best Jaffles. It's got a little clip. And it's a camp one. It's for using on a campfire, but you can use it over an open flame as well. I don't think it works on those fancy new stovetops that you've got. Yeah, it works on gas, but not on the conduction, whatever. Induction, thank you. Yes, Cotty, you need a campfire. Okay, Michael. Okay, I've missed some stuff. Alison, Comté and homemade crackers are good too. Absolutely. So I have actually, it has been brought to my attention that I've been, the food suggestions that I've been making have been getting more and more hearty. Because I've been thinking too much about those of you who are just rolling into dinner from Drinks with Kate and want the food already and don't want to have to cook anything else, and less about the people who want to have a little snack at 6 o'clock and then maybe have dinner later in the evening. So I will take it upon myself to make more of an effort to offer up a snack option as well as a full meal option, hopefully. Usually it'll just be scalable up and scalable down. It sounds like Shell and Andrew have gone with the baguette with the toppings, which sounds like you could do that just as a little nibbly, or get some cooked mushrooms and stick them on some little bits of toast. So, yeah, I apologise for those of you who don't like to eat this early, that I've just been sending you dinner recipes. I'll do better in the future. And please also, everyone, any feedback about things that are not working for you or that are working for you, or requests or whatever, send me an email. It makes it happen. Okay, we eat at 6 p.m. I can hour. Indeed. Senior special. I know at the nursing homes they eat dinner at 5 o'clock. So we are second sitting, definitely. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just put a really crunchy bit of bread in my mouth. Made a main rather than appetizer. Solved. Haha. Perfect show. We all work different hours, so I'm trying to make it work for everyone. Okay, Craig, what would you pair with baked beans? That would be tough. Usually that's a breakfast jaffle for me, Craig, but baked beans in a jaffle for dinner, I'd probably have with Sangiovese or someone else has said Montepulciano. Dave said Montepulciano, Craig, for sure. Yeah, Montepulciano would be okay. Oh, don't be silly. Emily, you've just outed Kevin, and I wasn't going to, so that was very mean of you. Don't feel bad, Kevin. It's always the suggestions are good. Keep them coming. Fiona, oh my God, Fiona, what Bloody Mary? Where did that come from? We're farmers. Yeah, absolutely. Feedback. Just want to borrow. Oh, Fiona's giving me feedback that she'd like a Bloody Mary. Feedback. Just want to borrow Peter to cook dinner. Yeah, absolutely. Breakfast jaffle. Surely it's a sparkling rosé or a mimosa. Absolutely, Kay. Bloody Mary with my baked beans. Good. Yes, got there. I got there eventually, Fee. You had to explain it to me, but my brain got there at the same time as you explained it. So thank you. Bloody Mary and baked beans. Absolutely. If I was having a baked bean jaffle at night, I would make sure there was quite a lot of cheese in there as well, because that kind of makes it taste a bit more evening-y. Maybe a little bit of chili sauce in there. And yeah, maybe something Italian. Works well with the tomatoey stuff. Kay, Farrow, my long-haul flight anti-jet lag Bloody Mary. On the aeroplane or after you get there, Kay? Because the only time that I will have a Bloody Mary, and I do quite like a Bloody Maria with a tequila or a mezcal instead of the vodka, but a Bloody Mary on an aeroplane is a very good thing. Okay. It feels hydrating and dehydrating at the same time. Always on a plane, said Alison. All right, let's move on from Bloody Marys and back to the wine. The wine is, I think, opening up very nicely. It's got, yes, please. Thank you. Richard's bringing me some more because our bottle seems to be leaking. Oh, dear. It's a pity you don't get a drinks with Kate. Thanks enough. That's enough. It's a pity you don't get a drinks with Kate box, Richard. You should talk to the management about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think you should get that as a bonus for all the good hard work that you do. Yeah. We should do a Bloody Mary off week. Must be very volatile, evaporating quickly, Fiona says. And Kay thinks that Richard should get a 10% discount on his drinks with Kay. It's already heavily discounted, Kay. Come on, don't be silly. Yeah. David's trying to sign Todd. Todd Dexter would be great for drinks with Kate, Dave. And we could then do a Dexter wine as a guest wine. So I've got a little bit of news for you guys because we're up to week 5 of box 3. So we're going to have to start thinking about, well, I've already planned box 4. And we'll be starting to process those orders and sending them out in the next week or 2. Box 4, we have an international guest wine. So I just was thinking about, things that we've talked about and the fact that we haven't yet gone to Sicily. So I thought, well, why don't we do a wine from there? So we're doing a red wine from Etna called Pietra Dolce. And that is going to be super fun. I know, Alison, it's freaking me out completely. Connie's getting a little bit of lemon sherbet. I agree. And David, we haven't given up on a trip this year, and we were talking about December. I'm still thinking at the moment that I'd quite like to do a high countries trip up to our ski lodge and gather things along the way and go and visit some Alpine Valley wineries and bring some wines of our own to do some proper tasting and pick up some food and cook up some food in the lodge. I think that would be quite fun to do some walking and stuff like that. So that's kind of my plan. But New Zealand's also possibly you're joking about the international wine. Oh, okay. But a New Zealand trip would also be good. I've got quite a few people asking me to organise New Zealand trips, so there might be a few of them. Alpine trip, yes, please, absolutely. Okay, I will flesh that out very soon. Dan is saying this wine's getting better and better. I love that it's got some tertiary interestingness going on, but still very fresh. I totally agree. And Cody, I don't think it's strange that you're getting that little lemon sherbet now. It just kind of pops its head up every now and again. Lemon curd, lemon sherbet. It's kind of got some tanginess. It's got some creaminess. It's pretty yum, and some savouriness. It's July, I know, Alison, but next week we'll be halfway through July, and then we'll have a couple of weeks to twiddle our thumbs, have some time off, get together and drink a Bloody Mary / Bloody Maria. Kevin, I might need to get some more mezcal from you. Heads up. But yes, we've got 2 weeks off, and then early August we start box 4. It's ridiculous. So yes, I'm glad that some of you at least are excited about the Pietrodolce Etna Rosso. I think it's a delicious wine. It'll be lots of fun, and we'll be able to talk more about Sicily, and Coddy and John will be able to. Maybe Coddy and John, you should come and do like a live stream with me and tell us all about your trip to Sicily this year. Kay wants to know if there's any of his wine left. Kay, I don't think so. I'll have to double check with Leonie. And Loans has got friends, cousins from Ireland staying with her, so I'm not expecting her to jump on, but she might be able to tell me. But anyway, thank you, Kevin. Oh my God, Susan, well done. You're an independent commenter now. You and Jeff will be able to say different things. David is suggesting Grace from Eldridge with a Gamay and maybe a Thivenboja. Well, we have just done Gamay, Dave, and I know that you love it. I will talk to Grace about coming on and doing Gamay sometime in the future. That would be really fun. Maybe, certainly not this next box, because we've already got the Italian wine locked in. I've bought it. It's arrived in Celador. We're packing it as we speak. Well, not actually, but Liz will be doing that tomorrow. But yeah, we can revisit Gamay again either towards the end of the year or maybe early next year. We'll see how we go. Moving it all around. Oh, Alison, mountains, a little sunshine. You have to be in another room, Sue. Oh dear. It is tricky. I think David and Fiona take different rooms in the house as well when they're both commenting. Yeah, Alison, we need to work on you and Gamay and see if we can teach you to love it. Jill wants to talk about the 2018 Chardonnay again, which I think is a very good point. It's opening up beautifully. You're both at the dinner table, David. Okay, excellent. Well, I think the fine mushroom toasties are great. I haven't been brave enough to do my my pineys, so let me give that a crack. Oh, yum. David's got the sound off. Good work. So that pine mushroom toasty is absolutely brilliant, Peter. I think the pine mushrooms do go better with Chardonnay. they've got that little piney tang, and they bring up the lemony fruit of the wine, make the wine look sort of younger and fresher. But I have to say also, I think because you had maybe the toasting machine was a bit warmer, but it's toasted it better, and it's like the crust is almost like glass. It's so crunchy, it's beautiful, really delicious. Dan's just got the lemon sherbet bit. See, it kind of circles around. So let's talk about this wine again. So definitely lemon sherbet. It's Polly agrees. I know Polly's cross about something. I'm not really sure what's going on there. She ate her dinner in about 3 seconds flat, and she thinks she wants some mushroom toasty, but it's not really her thing. Is it? She likes the mushroom toasty, does she? Good. Okay. Well, Jill's feeding her mushroom toasty, so that's great. Oh, he won't be watching, but I'd like to say a little shout out to Jeremy, who is back from Sri Lanka, but has a nasty bug that he got in Sri Lanka, and had a scary moment last night when he got a bit faint. So Jeremy, you feel better soon. And one of these days I'm going to get you back on Drinks with Kate. All right, that's that. The wine, a little bit of lemon sherbet coming up. It's almost, oh my goodness, this wine's been given a Joan Gold Star. Excellent work, Joan. If we have any more, of this wine, I will let you guys know via a message I'll let you know on the email. I was going to say on the WhatsApp, but you're not all on the WhatsApp. So I'll send you an email and let you know if there's any more of this wine to sell. But I have a feeling that we just kind of put the last bits and pieces of it into this box, and it's a farewell. It's a bit of a farewell wine for us. But if we've got any, it's yours. I did not make her work out in the cold, Sue. Actually, we were a little bit tired this morning because we had a big night last night. We went to Centonove to catch up with some friends, and to check out some of the food for a potential Centonove dinner for Moorooduc. We're thinking about bumping one of the online sessions on a Thursday to do the Centonove dinner in Melbourne. It's in Kew. It's a lovely little Italian restaurant. And we're looking at, was it the 27th of August, Jill? It's a Thursday anyway. So I'm going to be sending out an email about that soon. But we're looking at a Thursday because that's probably the best time for us all to get together. Fee has early meeting and not allowed to open the second 18 estate. Well, you'll just have to save it, Dave and Fee, for another time, which is not a bad thing. Michael, I will check and see if we have any more. We'll let you know very soon. So the pine mushrooms are quite resinous and quite tangy, and they bring out that lemony savouriness in the wine, which will be absolutely fabulous. I will let you know when the Centonove dinner is, Emily, as soon as I have it confirmed with the restaurant. Let me just check the date. I think it's the 27th of August, which is a Thursday. Yeah, the 27th of August is the date we're aiming for. If not, it'll be later. It'll be the upstairs room. It's going to be so cool. The wine is complex and it has a zinginess and it is delicious. There's also this, again, I think we talked about this. Maybe I talked about this with someone else. I'm getting confused about who I've talked about this with. But there's a lemoniness, but it's like a lemon yogurt. And it's almost like there's sort of, there's a tradition in Mediterranean cooking, Greek and Moroccan particularly, to have a yogurt sauce or dip that is salted, maybe has garlic added, probably has lemon rind added, and there's something about that sort of salted, lemony yogurt, sort of sour natural yogurt that is really coming up in this wine for me, which is it's a flavour profile that I really love. And I sort of can't get enough of it in the same way I can't really get enough of this wine. I think it's delicious. David saying Jessie at Centonove was one of my students, passionate about Italian food and wine. I know we've got so many connections with Jessie at Centonove. I know that Sue and Jeff know the family. They've been huge supporters of our Pinot Noir for a really long time. And Centonove is where Fee's brother had his wedding. Where I flirted hard with Fee. Excellent. Well, I think we all need to go back there because there's other people who have Centonove history as well. Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. If it's not the 27th of August, if that doesn't work, we're going to do something in October. So I'll get it all sorted. I'll let you know. I feel like this wine is getting more savoury as it airs in the glass, but it's still got that richness. But a lot of people are talking about that zingy lemon sherbet kind of zestiness to it, and that's coming up too, which is really cool. Alison, you have to come to Centonove with us. It's going to be great. It's a lovely little Italian restaurant. They make beautiful food. Hello, Polly. Are you still barking? Yeah. So 2018 2018 Moorooduc Estate Chardonnay is what we're drinking this week. Next week, we're going to take the step up to the Kate, I'll need to rest the Chardonnay as I made sticky egg pudding the other night. Unfortunately, Terry didn't eat it all. October, says Michael. We'll see how we go, Michael. It's just if we do this one in August and it goes well, I would like to do something with these guys on a regular basis because they're great. It's a great restaurant and they're really good customers. So if you miss it this time, don't worry. There'll be more opportunities. I just think the Moorooduc wines will go really well with their food too. So next week, Craig, definitely savoury, maybe Moroccan curry with lemon. Yeah, there's a salted lemon kind of character, isn't there? It's really beautiful. Next week, we are going to be tasting the 2018 Duck Chardonnay. So we're having Chardonnay off. You have to remember what this tasted like. If you've got a second bottle of it, you might even decide to do the compare and contrast. Would this wine work with a ricotta cheesecake? Cotty, I don't love dry table wine with dessert, but I think if you were going to try and pair this to a dessert, I think you could do a lot worse than a ricotta cheesecake. So if you've got ricotta cheesecake there, I think you should try because I think it might work quite nicely. And, you know, you've got a whole bottle to drink without John there to help you. So, yeah, you know, go crazy. Yes, hello, Linda. You made it. Well done. Preserved lemon. Absolutely. Alison. What's Alison said? Craig, my Syrian chicken is going to be fab. Oh, it is absolutely yum. You just made one. Excellent. Give it a go, Cotty, because it could work very well. Rob's getting a little oregano flavour emerging. I get where you're coming from, Rob. There's a savoury herbal kind of a note, and I think it is an oregano kind of lift, oregano and thyme. And you know what? There's jolly well thyme in these mushrooms, so that's another place where that's going to work well. I did forget that I was going to show you something else. You know how I said we weren't going to make any more peacock T-shirts? Well, we're not going to make any more peacock T-shirts, but Peter was a bit sad about not making anything more with the peacock design. So he's made some not tablecloths, what are they? Tea towels. He's made some linen tea towels. They're black linen with the peacock. They're beautiful. They're quite stiff as young as you know, just freshly made things, but they'll soften up really well. Pete's made us some linen tea towels in the past with a different print on it, but that looks just gorgeous, doesn't it? So we have these now for sale, Cotty, and anyone else who's interested. They're just the black ones. They're $25 a pop. if you send us an email either to Kate or celador@moorooducestate.com.au with your requests, we can pop them into your next Drinks with Kate box. They'll slip in quite happily, or come and grab them from Celador. Be lots of fun. Alison is giving us, I think, is this your flavours in your chicken? Cumin, black pepper, cinnamon, turmeric, chili with lemon and saffron. That sounds amazing. Lots of flavours. I think this Chardonnay will cope with it perfectly. I've still got my, I don't know if you guys remember Pete's previous linen tea towels that he made, but I've still got them and they've softened up really beautifully. They last forever, and they're just gorgeous. So good Christmas present. I worked out it wraps a bottle really well if you get it like that and you stick the bottle in there and you just get a little bit of ribbon and stick it on the top. Nice. Very good. That's enough. That's enough marketing for today. I'll let you know about this wine if we've got any more. I have a horrible feeling we don't. I might have to put some in my cellar, but if we've got some, I'll let you know. Next week, we're going the Duck 2018. It'll be awesome. Then we have a couple of weeks off until the next box starts. It sounds like we're doing Bloody Marys at least one of those weeks, so we'll work on that. In the meantime, take care, everyone. Alison, send me an email. Cotty, send me an email about your tea towels, because as soon as I get off this, I lose the chat. So send me an email about the tea towels. We'll get them sorted. They're beautiful. Hey? No, we've got one more. We've got the 2018 Duck Chardonnay next week. Is that right? Am I remembering correctly? 2018, yeah. Pete was worrying that I was like missing out on wine. 2018 Duck Chardonnay next week. This has been fun. I'll have to think of something fun to cook with it. Maybe we'll do toasties again. No, we'll come up with something else. Thanks, everyone. It's been ace. And I'll see you all again next week. All right. Cheers. Love yous. Hang on.